Hello and welcome to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. That's the second game in the series. And we'll be starting with the first episode, The Lost Turnabout. I might need to lower the volume just slightly, like it's loud no matter what I do. I think that's good. Let's go, shall we? Play the Lost Turnabout. Yes. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever. Mr. Phoenix Wright. What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. Huh? But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. September 8th, 9:08 AM, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. What a nightmare. And I bet it was with this ringstone that caused it. I really shouldn't be dozing over right before a trial starts anyway. Looks like they hung up. Good. I finally found it! Talk about a close call. I hate to do this to you, but... It's nothing personal, Mr. Attorney. A few minutes later, District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. Ow, my head! It's throbbing! And why does it feel so foggy in there? Good morning! Good morning? What's wrong? You don't look well. People are their best first thing in the morning. Where's that fighting spirit? Sorry, but can you please turn the cheeriness down? My head sort of hurts. Roger that! Am I in trouble or something? Huh? Trouble? Wait, never mind. You're a policewoman, right? But maybe I had done something wrong. What are you talking about? I'm the one in trouble. What? Placing my life in your hands today, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Life in my hands? You promised me. You said you would prove that I was not guilty. Not guilty? That's when I thought all hope was lost, when all the other people, other lawyers had laughed me off. Leave it to me, you said. You, the one and only Phoenix Wright, came to save my day. And just like that, I was moved to tears, sir. I'll never forget what you are doing for me. Ever. What is this girl babbling about? Actually, I really love to watch court proceedings, and I always root for you to win. When I'm off duty, I like to come here and... What's wrong? You've been acting really strange and you keep staring at me. You're making me kind of nervous, sir. Oh, sorry. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but who are you? Oh, Mr. Wright, how can you say that? How can you do this to the fragile heart of a girl about to go on a trial? You're absolutely horrible. No, I mean, I didn't mean it like that. This is how a defense attorney treats his client, sir. I can believe this. No, it's just, well, I think you have the wrong person. Yes? I am... Who am I? Why am I drawing a blank? The trial will begin shortly. Will the defendant and her lawyer please proceed to the courtroom immediately? The trial's about to start. I'm counting on you in there, okay? I guess I must have amnesia. let's see, what can I piece together? From the sound of things, it's probably safe to say that I'm the Phoenix journey. And that girl, I said I would prove her not guilty. I can't believe I made such a irresponsible promise. Ah, someone help! Please tell me this is just a bad dream. Why do I get the feeling of this one dream I won't be waking up from? September 8th, 10 AM, District Court, courtroom number 2. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. What is it, Mr. Wright? Are you talking to me? Do you see any other defense attorneys here? I guess not. Now then, are you ready? Yes? I guess I should say yes for now. Are you ready, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Wait a sec. If her life is in my hands, I should really do the responsible thing. Actually, you see, Your Honor, my memory's kind of... The court will not hear the defense's excuses because the defendant is member of the police. This case is under great scrutiny. Therefore, we must make this trial fair but swift. I believe I have told you this before. I hope you are not telling me you're forgotten. Actually, I have. Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Yes, Your Honor. As I'm sure you're well aware, the defendant is accused of killing her lover. What's worse, her lover was a fellow police officer. Policeman? You did what to a policeman? It wasn't me. And besides, Dustin and I, we weren't lovers like that. In any case, the prosecution will prove that the guilty party is none other than the defendant. Very well. Mr. Payne, please call your first witness. It's been a while, Mr. Wright. Let's see what you've learned since last time. I won't show you any mercy this time, rookie. Okay, and who are you again? The prosecution calls Detective Dick Gumshoe to the stand. Here we go. Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. Nowhere to hide. I'm so dead. Witness, please state your name and occupation. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. You don't look very well, detective. Well, sir, the defendant. She works under me, so you know. Gotta make it even quieter. You work under the detective? Yes, sir. And while I was trainee, he was always watching out for me, sir. He's such a wonderful guy, sir. I'll never forget what he's done for me. Okay, calm down. I believe you. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Yes, sir. It happened at a park near the headquarters, Expose Park. The victim was one of the local cops, Dustin Prince. He was pushed down from the benches of the upper path, sir. The landing beat his body up bad and snapped his neck. The details are listed in the report that was distributed yesterday. Ah yes, the autopsy report, correct? Why do I not remember getting a copy? See everything in order here. Even the estimated time of death is unusually well documented. The victim's watch stopped from the impact of the landing, sir. The results of the autopsy confirm the time of death. If I may, Your Honor, the prosecution would like to submit this photograph. Very well, the court accepts it into evidence. Crime photo 1, the victim fell from the walking path above. Okay. Now then, I recall that yesterday's preliminary hearing, a very important piece of evidence was brought to our attention. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir. Yes, I guess. Mr. Wright, is your head on right today? There was a very crucial piece of evidence found under the victim's body. Was there? Have you lost your mind? Well, actually, it's just nerves. Give me a second. Oh, how can you talk like that, such an amateur? I thought you were a pro, sir. Alright, sir. I'll help you through this. At a time like this, maybe you ought to take a glance at the court record. Court record? Info about evidence and people involved with this case are listed there, sir. You can look at the court report by pressing tab. Okay, it's my all-important badge. Okay, then we have the cell phone. I found this in my pocket, but I don't remember what it means or how it got there. Okay, time of death 9/6 at 6:28 p.m. Okay, broken neck. Is it September or is it you know, July, June? Broken neck. Body was also covered in bruises. Okay, so we're not sure. We just know that the neck was broken. We don't actually know that he fell. Found under the victim's body. Pieces of near-sighted lenses were also found nearby. Okay. The victim fell from the walking path above. Are we sure? He seems kind of far from that walking path. It doesn't seem to be that high to kill him. It's only like 3 meters. Okay. Huh, you already know what you're talking about, don't you? It's too bad I'm a cop, right? Just think, I could totally be a legal aid instead. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Court is in session. Save your chit-chat for later. Sorry, Your Honor. Well, I guess we better check the court record and see what I can find. What was it again? Alright, Mr. Wright, let's see if your notes are in order. Yeah, there's nothing else than this. What was the piece of evidence found underneath the victim's body? Glasses. Simple, Your Honor. A broken pair of glasses. That's right. The victim grabbed his killer's glasses as he was being shoved, sir, and held onto them as he fell. Hey, why are you giving me the evil eye? Those glasses you're wearing. Ah, yes, this is my spare pair. The glasses they found on the scenes are not mine, I swear, sir. You sure about that? Look, it was a coincidence that on that same day I accidentally stepped on mine. A coincidence, she says. Ah. Your Honor. I have further evidence to present. Oh, you have more? This evidence is very decisive. Very well. Let's hear from our witness about this evidence. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area, but he managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say she's the culprit. This is a picture of the writing, Your Honor. Why, this is... Yes, I can see her name. It's clearly written there. The prosecution would like to submit this picture. Understood. The court accepts it into evidence. Crime photo 2 added to court record. A photo of the area, okay. As if the glasses alone didn't make you look suspicious. The victim even wrote their name clear as day on the ground. But I already told you those glasses aren't mine. And how to explain this dying death message? It's a conspiracy. I'm not guilty, sir. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Cross-examine? This is it. I'm counting on you. Sure, but what am I supposed to do? What? This isn't like you at all! Normally this is the part where you get into the witness faces. Get in their faces and do what? I guess there's no way around it. Okay, I'm going to lend you a hand. The prosecution's witnesses all hide things from their court, which means they lie from time to time. Lie, but isn't a detective your superior? Well, even if they don't mean to lie, sometimes people just remember things wrong. Like that detective, he does sort of look like a scatterbrain. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's bad for us, sir. That's why when you question witnesses, you have to find and expose their lies. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Talking about trial by fire, here goes nothing. As long as I can expose the lies, we should be alright. Okay. There's something even more incriminating than the glasses under the victim's body, sir. Press. About those glasses. Do you have any proof that those belong to my client? The lenses are for nearsightedness, and they are almost the same strength as hers. Even the frames look kind of like ones like she's wearing on her ID, pal. What should I do now? Continue pressing. Hold it. Almost and kinda are not good enough in a case like this. Do you have more definitive proof? Is there something that clearly links the defendant with those glasses? The dirt and sand rubbed out any traces of fingerprints or anything else. So what are you saying, detective? Is that you have nothing that proves those glasses are my clients? Something like that. What? I see. So there is no proof. Wow, that was amazing. I could totally feel it down in my gut. During his date, the victim was pushed from the bench area. How do you know it was the date? Now, you're sure he was pushed and that's how he fell? Yeah, pal. If you look at the wounds on the victim's body, there's no way it was anything else. Please continue with your testimony, detective. Anyway, the victim fell pretty far. They managed to write the culprit's name on the ground where he landed. How do you know it's the culprit? Culprit's name? Yeah, I was surprised too. I didn't want to believe it, but... What's the name of that of my client? I don't like saying it, but it was clearly the defendant's name, Maggie, sir. Are you absolutely certain? Sorry, pal, but that's what it was said. This is a picture of it. No matter which way you look, it still says Maggie. It's got a point. Hold on! Huh? Don't harm me. I know the picture says Maggie, but... Oh, that she mentions it, something does feel kind of off about this picture. That's how you know you found a contradiction. Now hurry up and present some evidence. So that's what spotting a contradiction feels like. I better check out the court record again. Wait, there's nothing written on this picture. But on this one it is. I don't see any text on this one. Is that a contradiction? Maybe. Alright, present. And let's go this one. Wait, no, I need to present it. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor. How exactly are the evidence and the statement just now related? They aren't, are they? Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think of the facts before making accusations. Okay, never mind. Okay, let's wait for it, we can go do it later. With this piece of evidence and the glasses, it's hard not to say that she was the culprit. And you are certain that it was the victim who wrote the name on the ground? There were scratches on his fingers from rough sand. And there were grains of sand stuck under his pointer fingernail. It certainly seems the way the name was written by the victim himself. That didn't go well. If the writer really was the victim himself, then they're a lot of trouble. Don't give up. Keep that fighting spirit going. I'm glad you're all pumped up. I really want to see your special move, sir. What? You always look so cool when you present evidence. Present evidence? Oh, that present evidence. Actually, I was just thinking about that. Yes, the great Phoenix Wright is back. Oh, that's right. Huh? I heard that lately you can present not only evidence, but people's profiles as well. It sure makes things a bit more complicated, so be careful, sir. People's profiles, huh? Alright, let's give this another try. Or maybe that's what I can do. Okay, present. And how do I present the profiles? Oh, here, profiles. Oh. She spelled Maggie, and this is Maggie. Spelled differently. Present. Huh. What is it? What's come over me? Without thinking, I just blurted out objection and yelled out at the top of my lungs, finger outstretched, ready to take on my opponent. What a rush! Detective Gumshoe! You talking to me, pal? Please state the defendant's name for me. What are you trying to prove with this futile exercise, Mr. Wright? You'll see. This is a very crucial line of questioning. Actually, Mr. Payne, you can answer the defendant's name if you please. Where is the ridiculous question coming from? The defendant's name is Maggie Bird. No. I think someone needs to check the court record. It says right here that it's Maggie Bird. Ah, it looks like the bird caught the cat napping. What's going on here? I have no idea either, sir. As you can see, the victim did indeed leave a name Maggie. However, the defendant's name is actually spelled Maggie. This is a blatant contradiction of facts. Oh, how about that? I didn't even noticed. But maybe the victim didn't know how to spell her name correctly. May I remind you that it was you who said the defendant is accused of killing her lover. If they were truly lovers, it would be impossible for him to have not known her name. No! This is very true. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor? Are you absolutely certain that the defendant and the victim, Dustin Prince, were in fact lovers? Yes, I'm quite certain, Your Honor. They were a well-known couple in the office force. Detective Gumshoe, please testify for the court the relations between the victim and the defendant. Yes, sir. Witness testimony. Officer Prince and Officer Bird had been going out for about half a year. It sounded like they were even talking about marriage. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. Officer Bird had gotten Officer Prince a present. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. I should know because she came to me to ask what she should get for him. Oh, those two sound like they were close. Nevertheless, tragedy struck. Yes, I see. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Wright. Dustin and Maggie. Officer Prince and Officer Bird have been going out for about half a year. How do you know that? How do you know about this? Every year in March, we have a training camp for us cops. Officer Bird was a rookie at the time, and she and Officer Prince seemed to hit it off. They got close, I take it. Actually, I was supposed to go too, but I couldn't pay the deposit for the trip, so I didn't. If only I'd gone for that trip. What is it? Oh, nothing, sir, really, anyway. Sounded like they were even talking about marriage. Marriage? But wasn't the victim 8 years older than her? You saying a guy's gotta marry someone the same age as himself, pal? No, that's not what I meant at all. Detective Gumshoe and Dustin were only a year apart, you know? I think this is fella has a ways to go before marriage. Your own business, pal. The day of the incident just happened to be the victim's birthday, sir. The day of the incident? You mean September 6th? Yeah. The victim, Officer Prince, had just gotten off duty at 5:30 that day. Okay. Since Maggie's night shift hadn't started yet, they went to the park for a bit. I remember when I was young and in love. Oh, it was a jolly time. That's great, Your Honor. I'm glad you are such a cheerful old man. Maggie, Officer Bird, had gotten Officer Prince a present. You seem to know a lot about the defendant. Well, that's because I'm her boss, and I've got to watch out for my subordinates. But even what she was going to give as a present? Isn't that going a bit too far? Hey pal, what would you say? You know, everything that happens under me, if someone so much as scratches there, I really don't need to know that much. Mr. Wright, please refrain from badgering the witness. I agree. Even if this witness has a crush on the defendant, that should not be the point of discussion at this time. Whoa, wait a second, why are you talking about this? It's all your fault, pal. You're guilty, guilty, guilty. You should have been arrested. I think the good detective is about done here. It was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Over 2 months ago? Yep. She's a very considerate woman, pal. So, what was this birthday present? She got him a glove. A single glove? Why would she only give him one? Actually, Your Honor, the glove in question is a baseball glove. Oh, I see. A baseball glove. Officer Prince was a huge baseball fan. A baseball glove? Just further. Just now, I believe you said that the present was something she had bought over 2 months ago. Yeah. You think she bought the glove at a store that was that far in advance? No, nothing like that, pal. And what is it like? She ordered it. It was custom made. Custom made? The glove was custom made? Yep, that's what I said. So the glove was custom made. Oh no, I really don't see how this glove is related to this case. Yes, it would seem that there's a little relevance. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think this glove is really relevant to this case? Of course it's relevant. I don't know where this will lead me, but... Of course it's relevant. That glove is the key to this whole case. Yes, bluffing to the max. Now this is the Mr. Wright I know. So happy you're back, sir. I was wondering how long it would take. This is great. Pressing people. Feels like I've done this before. As if I used to do this to squeeze information from even the most tight-lipped people. Very well. If you're not convinced, then let's hear some of the matter. Actually, I brought a glove with me today. And? Why didn't you say so earlier? I didn't show the glove to the court. Well, I don't think it had anything to do with this case. Anyway, this is it, sir. It's rather yellow, isn't it? A birthday present from Maggie to the victim. It was custom made. Okay. Officer Prince really liked the color yellow. That's why you had to special order it. Yep, that's right. That and the one other reason. I think its court has heard enough. It's clear that the victim and the defendant were involved with each other. Yes, that's correct, Your Honor. Now, if that is true, it brings up an important question. Was the name Maggie really written by the victim? To your point, Your Honor. Detective 𝐒𝐤𝐤𝐬, please tell the court a little more about the name of the ground. Yes, sir. We first looked into the handwriting. Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. We found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. There were also scratches on his skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. From this, we could confirm that the victim wrote the name with his right hand. Yes, a perfect logical conclusion. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, let's ask. We first looked into the handwriting. But can you really determine handwriting based on a sample written in sand? This is why amateurs are amateurs. We're not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Scientific investigation in this country is actually pretty good. I believe it's time to get back to the real point. Agreed, Your Honor. So what was the result of the investigation? Unfortunately, we couldn't confirm that it was the victim's handwriting. So, in the end, you couldn't confirm it? Hey, don't you look down on us? I told you, we are not a bunch of simpletons, pal. Everyone knows you can find out everything you want with scientific investigation. I've never heard of that before. Me neither. Alright. Never heard anything like that at the police academy, sir. Okay, so I made it up. Anyway. Next, we checked the victim's pointer finger. His pointer finger You know, the one you're always pointing and waving around people's faces. Ha, don't tell me it bothers you. Every time you do it, I have a mini heart attack. It's like you're trying to kill me, pal. Nikki, you examined the victim's index finger, correct? Yeah, we figured there should be something on his finger if he had been writing in sand. And the result? Found that there was sand trapped under the victim's fingernail. And what does that prove? Well, it proves that he did write the name with his own finger. Yes, which explains why there was sand stuck in under his nail. I guess it's right. There's more! There were also scratches on the skin that were caused by him writing on the ground. Scratches on his skin? Yep, you can't see them with your naked eye, but they are there. That is incredible. Sure is, that's the power of our scientific investigation. They're so small that we had to use magnifying glass or like a really strong one. Got that a really scientific sounding name. You mean a microscope? Yeah, that's it. We used one of those and that's how we found out. I can't believe this guy doesn't know what a microscope is. From this, we couldn't confirm that the victim wrote his name with his right hand. Listening to this, you would think that there was only one conclusion. That the name was definitely written by the victim. Don't you think that would be really strange, sir? If Dustin really wrote that message with his right hand, do you think I would have gone through that much trouble to get him his present? Present? What about it? Did I press on the last choice? Okay. No. Let me go back to the last one again. Are you absolutely sure? I believe in the power of science. I wonder if there are evidence is solid enough to counter with. Listening to this, you would think there was one conclusion. The name was definitely written by the victim. Okay, let's check the present. Detective 𝐒𝐤𝐚𝐥𝐬, take a look at this. That's the glove, right? Can you tell the court what is special about this glove? What's special? Never really thought about it, but it's really yellow, and that's about it. Yes, it's really yellow, but it's only one of its qualities. Huh? There's another reason why it's special. And what would that be? It's very simple. This glove is made for a left-handed person. Really? Left-handed? Why are you absolutely right? This glove is meant to be worn on the right hand. That is why it had to be custom made. I've never seen a bright yellow handler's glove for sale, have you? Well, no. So, detective, which hand did our victim use to write the name with, again? That's easy. Look, it's obvious. It's from this picture. It was... Wait a sec! Don't forget that the victim was left-handed. I object... Overruled. Mr. Wright, I would like to know what your line of reasoning proves. There's only one conclusion that can be drawn. A left-handed person could not have written a message with his right hand. That is not true, actually. Therefore, the person who wrote the name Maggie could not have been the victim. Order! Order! When you think about it that way, then yes. It's not possible that this name was written by the victim himself. That is absolutely possible. What the fuck you mean? That means Maggie is... No! It's not possible! Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor. The evidence the prosecution has presented has failed to prove the defendant's guilt. In fact, I believe you have proven her to be innocent. No! Alright, you did it, Mr. Wright. Phew, I feel like I can breathe again. It seems that we have reached a conclusion. You did a fine job once again, Mr. Wright. Me, Your Honor. Oh well, thank you, sir. See, you got complimented by the judge again. You're really good. And that's why you can't give up being a lawyer, sir. Are you joking? I'm more than ready to retire. I'll now announce my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird. No, not yet. I mean, please, give me a few more minutes, Your Honor. Well, what is the meaning of this, Mr. Payne? Prosecution is not finished yet. What do you mean? You would like to call our next witness to the stand. What? And what did this witness witness? The moment the victim was pushed to his death. What's more, he saw the very face of the culprit. What the heck? Order in the court! I believe a recess is in order. Afterward, we will hear from this new witness. I had a feeling that was a bit too easy. I need more information. I'll have to see what I can find out during the recess. I can let my guard down. It's only going to get tougher from here. Court is adjourned for the recess. Okay. Let's save the progress, shall we? I guess I don't want to override the first game, so let's just keep one save slot for each one. Yeah, that would make sense. Go to... Okay. September 8th, 11:43 District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Amnesia? I can't believe my lawyer's trying to defend me in such a state. Why didn't you tell me, sir? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to mention it to you. Oh, I know what to do. Really can fix something like this with a really strong shock to your system. Come on, lower your head and little Maggie kick should be all you need. No. I'll pass on this one. Come on, I'm sorry. Whenever I see someone in trouble, I have a hard time leaving them alone. I tend to stick my nose where it doesn't belong and try to tackle everyone's problems. Well, my head's one problem we won't be tackling today. Well, we are here to solve your problem first. We can deal with mine later. But now, do you think you can fill me in on a few things? Of course, I'd be honored to. Well, I guess we'll start with my name, and then I can tell you about me. No, that's okay, really. I think I know you and your name pretty well now, I know. I was wondering if you could help me figure out a few things about myself. So, my name is Phoenix Wright. What will be your name? This is serious, you really don't remember. I'll tell you what, sir. You can have this back, and maybe it will help. Huh? This is a business card? I got this from you. It's my most prized possession. You can borrow it for now, but please give it back, okay? Okay, there are some numbers written on the back. Oh, that's your cell phone number. Phoenix business card, added to court records. Okay. I guess for now, we should stop talking about me and start talking about this case. This case? Yep. Can you think of anything that would be helpful for me? You know? What can I tell you? I can't think of anything other than the incident with that cell phone, but... Cell phone? Yeah, your eyes lit up when we talked about it at the detention center, sir. Huh? Hurry up and tell me. This might be very important. Okay, Roger. It was on the day of the crime, just before 6 p.m. I picked up a lost cell phone while on a walk with Dustin. All of a sudden, the phone began to ring. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give you this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. We agreed to meet up at 6 p.m. Dusty and I waited for the person to show up, but they never did. So where's the phone you found now? I gave it to you yesterday. To me? Is it that phone in my pocket? You mean this? Do you think it was anything to do with the murder? I don't really know, but if my eyes lit up... Ah, you were here all along! You are so mean! I called you a million times, but you wouldn't pick up. And when I went to check in the courtroom, everyone had already left. Now who in the heck is this? Let me guess, I'm supposed to know this girl too. Hey, good morning, Maggie. And good morning to you too, Maya. So, how is it going? Is there an award for worse than abysmal? Oh, and what if I said that everything will be fine? That's right, it's Maya to the rescue with the ultra-decisive super important evidence. Here you are, Nick. The thing you wanted me to bring. Huh? Oh, thanks. What the heck is this, a list? There's about 20 people's names and phone numbers written on it. It was kind of tough, but I managed to dig up some dirt. It looks like these guys are up to no good. No good, as in... There's a group of con artists the police are currently investigating. I think these guys are members of that group. Names list added to the court records. Why did a group of con artists pop up in a case like this? Don't look at me. And where did you get this list in the first place? Oh, do you remember, Nick? You're the one who asked me to look this up yesterday. Oh, is that right? These numbers were in the memory of that phone Maggie found. So that's where they were from. I'm awfully forgetful these days, Nick. Hope I never get to be a forgetful old prune like you. Maya, actually, Mr. Wright is... Mr. Wright, the recess is now over. Please bring the defendant and return to the courtroom immediately. Oh, guess you have to get going. We can talk about it being old later, Nick. Wish us luck. I guess I have all the pieces now, more or less. All that's left is to put it all together. I'm not going to lose this. I can't. Come on, Nick. Better get a move on. Yeah. September 8th, 11:54 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2. Court will now reconvene. Please call your next witness to the stand, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor. Before I do, if I might, I'm asked to say a few words. What is it, Mr. Payne? So the next witness. He has a tendency to say things that rub people the wrong way, you see. To ask that the court might be a little lenient on... There is no need to give a preface. Just hurry up and call your witness, please. Yes, Your Honor. The prosecution called its next witness. A drifter who was taking a walk in the park on the day of the murder. Please state your name for the court, witness. Before I do, I'd like to clarify something. Oh, alright, go ahead. Just now, I introduced my wonderful self to the court, correct? Perhaps as a drifter who was taking a walk? Did I? I will not stand for that. Now you have tinted the court's eyes and called me wrongly. Sure, I suppose calling me top grade quality, unbeatable university. Yes, I understand. I'm very sorry. I'll be more careful from now on. What is he, a human chatterbox? I have to question him? Fashion, cars, woman, glasses. And of course, university. First rates only need to apply. Glasses? But you aren't wearing glasses. That's enough. Your name, witness. Oh, is that how you want to play this? Using your power and influence to keep the young people down. I see how you work now. The old people and your dirty tricks. You thought you had me, but you thought wrong. I'm sorry, it won't happen again. Oh man. I forgive you. Alright, I suppose I can tell you my name. I'm Richard Wellington, the drifting virtuoso, with a PhD in drifting, as it were. If you wanted to, you could call me a university student in transit. Mr. Wellington, on the day of the murder, you were taking a strolling through the park, correct? It would appear that you are attached to that ward. If you must, then by all means. I remind you that I am in no way a prepubescent boy out on a walk with a mommy. If you must know, anyway, please testify to score what you saw during your walk through the park. See, you said it again. Take it a walk. You know you. What you witness will do, Mr. Wellington. What I saw that day. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought after my life situation. I don't remember the time at all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. All of a sudden, a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. Without a thought, I looked up and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Of course I remember her sweet face, it was of that pretty defendant there. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with the police officer. Banana? That was really decisive testimony. Decisive, Nick. Did you hear what he just said? Yeah. That's all you have to say? How can you be so calm? That's strange, my mind is pretty calm and clear. Maybe it's because I believe in my client. You mean Maggie? Yes. And if she really is innocent, then that can only mean one thing. That guy is like. You may not question the witness, Mr. Wright. I'll find out the truth, no matter how well you craft your lies. I was at the park all afternoon, deep in thought about my life situation. So you were at the park all afternoon. You seem to have a lot of free time. That was very rude of you, but then again, what can I expect? That's what you get from a man who graduated from a no-name trashy university. No name? Trashy? Now, this might have been hard for much-headed, feeble-minded baboon like you, but I have to think very carefully about the future of our great country. I thought that you said you were thinking about which college to go just now. Oh, please. Which university I go to will directly affect the very future of this country. That arrogant little snot. I don't remember the time at all that well, but I do believe it was past 6 p.m. How did you know the time it was? I see you're not wearing a watch, so... Is that the best you can do? Do you think you can discredit me like that? You're just a third-rate, biased fool. I guess you can expect real smarts from you. His arrogance is really intolerable, so what should I do? Press harder. Answer the question. How did you know what time it was? I can't believe I have to deal with a word like you. You're just a shallow man who can only slam on desks and point at people for fun. I guess I don't have a choice. I'll try to explain it so that even the third-rate simpleton like you can understand. There was this little thing they call a clock at the park. Did you get that? Do you know what a clock is? It's a thing that tells you the time. As you can see, Mr. Wright, it's even in the picture of the crime scene. Oh, so it is. I looked at that clock, and that's how I knew the time. If you ask me, this whole concept of break blah 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 blah. And yet again, another flood of meaningless words. Talk about a first-class waste of time. In any case, all of a sudden a police officer falls from above, right in front of my eyes. And how did you know he was a police officer? You obviously have no idea how powerful my deductive reasoning skills are. At one glance, I could tell what kind of occupation he held. That shoddy do-it-yourself hairstyle. Blah blah blah, and suppose uniform. Okay. Suppose it was also because he was wearing an officer's uniform. What statement have come first? Wow, that's pretty impressive. Hey Nick, do you think he's just figured out what I do? Even I haven't figured out what that out yet. Okay. Without a thought, I looked up and there I met the eyes of a charming young lady. Are you sure you got a good look at her face? Animals have this thing called eye, Mr. Wright. They use this eye to see things. In the case of humans, we have two of them. Yes, even you. I don't care if I have them or not. Did you or did you not get a clear look at her face? That's what the witness was just about to get to. I would like to request that Mr. Wright to use such a loud voice during questioning. Sustained. Mr. Wright, please refrain from raising your voice in this court. And please don't make me have to raise my voice. Finished? I'd like to continue if that's alright with you. Of course I remember her sweet face. It was that of the pretty defendant there. You're sure you're not mistaken? Please, don't confuse your pitiful train wreck of a life with mine. I'm what we call a famous brand name product, while you are only a cheap imitation. There is no way someone as magnificent as myself could have made a mistake. Of course. Oh ho ho. Of course. You didn't notice anything else of interest, witness. The only other thing I saw was the banana that fell with a police officer. Banana? Well, it was actually more than just one. More like a bunch of bananas. Now, what would a bunch of bananas be doing there? And why would I know such a thing? I'm only telling you what I saw. That's really strange. Maggie never mentioned anything about a bunch of bananas. That's it, Nick. He's gonna be lying about the bananas. It could be, but there's no reason for him to lie about there being bananas at the crime scene. And what if it's not a lie? Well, maybe he thought he was seeing one thing and it was something else. If he mistook something else for a bunch of bananas, then it would be inaccuracy. Think, Phoenix, think. My client is innocent. There is no way he could have seen what he says he did. Which means if he can somehow show he's lying, yeah, that's exactly what we need to do. He's right. She's got a sharp mind. I just wish I could remember who she is. Is everything okay, Nick? Okay, let's present the glove as for the banana question. Because it's yellow. Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw, right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why did you say so earlier? Don't you think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me? That's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that a baseball glove? Huh? What? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not... That's no! Honor, I think this proves a very important fact. This witness has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? What? You were asking me about this all of a sudden? Honor, it's very simple mistake, a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You are one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse to accept Sure, and then we find out that it's the fact, and the view from afar, I do... And that is why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. They're both 2200. I suppose you're going to tell me that's terrible, right? You're wearing your glasses today, then. That's because I lost them recently, you see? Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But now my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them... How about when you witnessed the crime? Were you wearing your glasses then? Huh? How about it, witness? You are unrelenting, evil man. You're like those people who rejected blah blah blah. Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. The girl in the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made a call. Immediately? They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. Huh. The person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even some without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer. They waited 10 minutes to call the police. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. Let's immediately press him on it. Here, present, and let's go. The murder was 628. Present. Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There's clearly a 15-minute gap there. Do you deny it? I think it's court would like to hear what you are doing during this 15-minute gap. The witness was in shock at the time while the witnessing of a terrible murder. It's only expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Mr. Wellington, yes? Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question. Telephone, spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. Phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You and your questions, as if you are trying to open all the layers of Matryoshka doll. You must think you're a real special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? You lost it? Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone? You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard that strange blah blah blah? Enough. Oh man. Wait, hold on a second. He lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone, could it be? You mean this cell phone Maggie found? There's no way. Oh, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Question further. Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone now? What are you getting at all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. On my phone, I'll have you know. See, here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. I thought that it just maybe was his. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have a cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by a search for a phone booth. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions? There is something. Your Honor, the witness testimony doesn't make any sense. I don't believe that there was even a need for a witness to search for a phone. How dare you? You can't just make outrageous claims like that. Do you have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present the proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. There's literally one on the picture, right? Yeah, right behind him. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At a crime scene photo. Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why didn't you not use that phone that was right in front of you? Order! It was the reporting of the crime, a little late, proof for the defense. The witness can explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is the reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? I bet his phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill her for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if she wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else? Was he... Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any thoughts, or would you like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? Yes, I have an idea. There's only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. I should save it first. Think carefully before you present. Yes, Your Honor. I probably shouldn't have said that. There was only one possibility. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Let's try presenting the name list. Perhaps this is the evidence you will need to be convinced. Perhaps? That was just an idea I thought I would throw out. Suggest that perhaps you should find a better piece of evidence. Yes, of course. You'll be penalized. Ouch. Please present to the court a piece that... Okay. Cell phone? Present that. Perhaps this is the evidence you need to be convinced. Maybe this one, because he spent time writing her name. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Mr. Wellington, What? Oh, don't do that. He almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, are they? Where did you find... Ah! I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. These glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body? Order, order! No, wait a second, hold on. I didn't confess to or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that is why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course, that is precisely what I'm doing. Oh, wow! I know I'm right. He's the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out his cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now it's our chance to deep six this guy. Let's think him in one shot. Yeah. This is so exciting, watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order, order! Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? What's your explanation as to why you're not the murderer? Why? That's easy. For example, there's the name of the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? We already know that this wasn't written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would that person know that her name was Maggie? That is a good point. The witness didn't even know Mr. Bird before his trial. I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? There was a way. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had the chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now, will the defense please witness the case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? Well, he got a phone call. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? And you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why you? How did you? Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone on the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello. Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give it back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That was when he learned that her name was Maggie. But he made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie. This is a mistake that could only occur if all he knew was how her name sounded. Order, order! But Your Honor... And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Huh? Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but... Now then, please present this court proof that witness had motive. List of con artists? Mr. Wellington's motive is right here. What is this? A list? These phone numbers were pulled from the memory of the phone the defendant found. And we have determined that the people on this list are members of a certain group. You looked up all those numbers? Of course. This list of phone numbers was stored in cell phone's memory. The names and the numbers belong to people who are members of certain con artist group. What? Con artist? Explain why these numbers were in a phone, Mr. Wellington. This is an outrage, an invasion of privacy. Looking up the phone numbers of a person's phone is a worse crime than murder. You're the one of those people. You're just like cops who raided everyone. I don't care, Mr. Wellington. All I want is for you to tell us what the list is about. You think any of you know what it's like to be a refined man such as me? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of witness. Objection overruled. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Why would a witness have the numbers of a group of con artists on his phone? Isn't that obvious? The witness is a member of that group. Mr. Wellington is a member of this very group. No! All of your friends' phone numbers are stored right here on this phone. If anyone were to look into these phone numbers, it would be all over for you. That is why you had to kill. No, this is too much. That does make quite a bit of sense. Well, Mr. Wellington, would you care to explain? I got you now. That police officer. Your Honor, what is it, Mr. Payne? Your Honor, this is unjustified badgering of the witness. You said the exact same thing only a few seconds ago. But please, let's think about the content of that phone call. Hello. Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give you this back. The defendant had already promised that she would return the phone. After that, all Mr. Wellington had to do was meet Mr. Bird to get his phone back. Why then would he need to kill anyone? That is a valid point. What does the defense think about this? If you think about it logically, then it makes sense. Maybe she should be thinking outside the box. Yeah, if you think like that, let's see. Maybe that slimeball saw something at the crime scene and made him commit murder. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? Well, I don't think Mr. Wellington wanted to pick up his phone in a very friendly manner. He was promised his phone, so why would he have been unfriendly to the defendant? I think he must have seen something that didn't agree with him when he got there. Well, then, Mr. Wright, what was this something that didn't agree with the witness? I don't fucking know. Let's try the glove, maybe? Let me save just in case. The witness saw this. Mr. Wellington, is he correct? Huh? By the expression on your face, I would say that wasn't it. Okay. What did he saw? I'm so confused. At least I saved. Okay. This is not good. Try this. Let's reload the save. So we have more of these. Maybe I didn't agree with him being a policeman. Oh man, fuck! I didn't mean to click that. Whatever. I wanted to click profiles, not that. That's fine. What Mr. Wellington saw was the victim. The victim? You mean Dustin Prince? Dustin Prince had gone on his date right after his shift was over. With no time to change, he went to the park still wearing his police uniform. Oh! The girl that picked up my phone is with a policeman. He couldn't have known they were going out, so he began to worry. He was afraid the policeman would ask me a question before returning the phone. If I do anything suspicious, he might run and check on my phone. In his mind, it was possible that they had already run the check on that phone. And he went into a panic. Is that what you're saying? Exactly. Officer Prince was murdered simply because he was in a uniform. Mr. Payne, do you have any comments? I'm thinking. It seems the truth has come out at last. The witness, Mr. Wellington, you are? Impressive. Not bad for a person with a third-rate education. What's that supposed to mean? The evidence! Evidence! That guy's really creeping me out. All we've been waving around and talking about is that suspicious cell phone. Suspicious phone number this, suspicious group that. They're all on that phone. But who's to say that phone is really mine? Where's your proof, your evidence? You want to prove that this phone is yours? I already told you earlier. That phone I lost, I've already found it. You don't have even the slightest idea who the phone in your hand belongs to. But you can be sure it isn't mine, you simpleton. It feels good to see you squirm. We don't seem to have a problem on our hands on this phone. Without knowing that, it's meaningless as evidence. Your Honor, this is bad. I can't let him turn the tables on me like this. Ah, his cell phone. There has to be something I've overlooked. There's gotta be fingerprints on the phone? You got it. We should check for fingerprints. Fingerprints? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Wellington must have left some prints on this phone. Nick, don't you remember? When you got that from Maggie, you wiped it off. What? You said there was sand all over it, so... Wiped it. Wiped it? Very thoroughly, too. Ha 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 ha! It's so much fun watching third-rate trash babble like morons amongst themselves. He's made a complete recovery. How many times do I have to say this? My phone is right here, you see? Oh, and incidentally, you can check the number stored on this phone. It must have been glitched because all the numbers just magically disappeared. Gotta be joking. You erased all the numbers I was using to use as evidence. Mr. Wellington? What's this? In the tone of your voice, it sounds like you still have some fight left in you. Where do you finally find your cell phone? Oh, you're too much. And of course, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Oh my god, now I remember. Huh. Looks like they hung up. Ah, good. Finally found it. But that's one. What's wrong, Mr. Attorney? Why is the harsh glare in your eyes? Nick, before her heart so goes this far, but if you don't do something quick, he's going to get off scot-free. I know this phone has to be his, but how am I supposed to prove something like that? Mr. Wright, if you cannot prove who the owner of that cell phone is, your indictment has no basis and therefore no power. It looks like you came up very short. Where did I go wrong? Don't blame yourself. You're merely a third-rate lawyer. You only made one big mistake. Who are you? What are you? That's something you haven't figured out for yourself yet. Who I am? The court hereby concludes the cross-examination. That will be all. I'll have to bid you, gentlemen and ladies, goodbye. I have a reservation at that ultra-fancy restaurant on the upper side of town. Thank you for your assistance. You had a stressful day. Please, bon appetit. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just let it go of that? Objection! Please wait, Your Honor. Alright, Nick. I think I may be able to prove it. Prove it? Prove what, Mr. Wright? Everything. Your Honor, the cross-examination is already ended. Besides, the defense is just going to badger the witness with more insane questions. You will not harass the witness! Is that clear, Mr. Wright? Did you hear that? No harassment allowed, Mr. Attorney. Please, Your Honor. Very well. This is your last chance, Mr. Wright. You may present one piece of evidence to the court. Only get one shot at this. If you cannot prove everything, it's over. For your client and for you. You fully understand? Yes, Your Honor. I'm sure you're well aware, Your Honor, but the cross-examination period has ended. Were you paying attention, Mr. Payne? I said that Mr. Wright could present only one more piece of evidence. Oh. Now then, Mr. Wright, this is your last chance. It all comes down to this. It's go time. Please present the one piece of evidence that will explain everything. The business card? Why, thank you. How nice. Here, please have one of mine. Judge's business card is written in fancy script. The ink is strong and clear, but I still can't read it. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't time to exchanging business cards. Your Honor, there's something very important about that card, and that is the back of the card. This card is important because of what is on the back. Huh? You wrote your cell phone number on the back, but that's exactly it. Can you please call this number from your cell phone? Right now, but court is still in session. It's okay, you'll see. Okay, if you say so. It's the defense preparing something, Mr. Wright. We are going to call my cell phone now. And then the court will see everything for what it is. Of all the idiotic stupid things too. Ah! Whoa, what is my phone? And what is my stupid sounding ringtone? Mr. Wellington. Ah! Huh. How strange. I could almost swear that you are holding my phone. Your? Ah! No, it can't! By the way, before I forget, thank you very much for the lamp on my head this morning. No. I don't think I need to explain any further, except to say... When you went to retrieve your cell phone, you mistakenly took the wrong one. Ah. So that is what happened. You were knocked out by Mr. Wellington. He's a man who lives on pride and self-image alone. And in order to hide his involvement with the con artist group, he has to become paranoid and has lost all ability to make rational judgments. Huh. And then, Mr. Wright, the phone you're holding is Mr. Wellington's, naturally. Speaking of that man, how is he, Mr. Payne? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty. That is all. The court is adjourned. September 8th, 2:16 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby, number 1. I knew that you would sky through ever eventually. I'm so moved by what you've done for me, sir. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I feel really bad for Dustin. He didn't do anything to deserve this. It's probably because of me. Huh? Your whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. Your whole life? It can't be that bad, can it? Since I was 6 months old, when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building, I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of boots, failed at almost every test I've ever taken, experienced almost every kind of disaster, and everyone even died at the game of tic-tac-toe. My life has really been a string of disasters. That is, pretty bad. Up until now I went to college, I was known as the goddess of misfortune. And then at the academy, everyone called me Lady Luckless. Lady Luckless? What's worse is that misfortune always seems to latch onto those around me. What do you mean? When I see someone in trouble, I always try to help. Ah, that's right. We were talking about this earlier. It happened again recently too, sir. There was an old lady pacing back and forth by the pedestrian crosswalk. I gave her my hand and, before I knew it, we were having dinner at my house. Oh. I'm sure the distance gone because of me. That's not true. That glove didn't even have any sort of special meaning. It was just a present to say thanks for covering one of my night shifts. Oh, I see. Everything is all my fault. Dustin's death. Your head being all messed up. Well, I don't think my head is that messed up yet. I'm going to find a new life. For myself. Starting now. The next time we meet, I'm sure I'll have found a whole ocean's worth of good luck by then, sir. Yeah, after all, the goddess of misfortune is only a name. You bet, I'm gonna make it. I promise. Next time we meet, I'll only be an unlucky person instead of a goddess. Yeah, that's the spirit. Well, Mr. Wright, Maya, I should get going. Okay, good luck to you. Thanks, you take care of yourselves too. What a horrible day. I've got my memory back, but things are still a little fuzzy. You're okay, and that's what counts. You really had me worried. Come on, let's go back to the office. I'm afraid to ask, but here goes. So, this might sound bad, but who are you? What? I thought you said you got a memory back. At that moment, everything really did not come back to me. Detective 𝐒𝐤𝐬, he's someone I've had clashes with in the past during certain cases, but he's also been good ally during others. The judge. He's a lovable, kind old man who's so easily swayed by the other people's opinions, but in the end, he always comes up with the right verdict. This person, I haven't got a clue. He seems to know me, but maybe he's mistaking me for someone else. This girl, Maya, you finally remembered. This is Maya Fey, my assistant. That's right, I have so many unforgettable memories about her. For example, After Nick, what's wrong? You keep staring at me, don't tell me you've missed me. Yeah, I suppose I have. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. Oh, well, I'm back now. So it's time for us to create new memories together. Alright, sounds good. All the phone numbers on my phone were erased by Mr. Wellington. I guess I have to start over from the very beginning. Come on, Nick, let's go to our usual burger joint. Okay. Actually, it hasn't been even that long since she came back into my life. And that story began one rainy afternoon, 2 months ago. Episode 1, The Lost Turnabout, the end. A brand new episode has been added! Reunion and Turnabout. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Any? I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. That wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have been me. I can't believe something like this happened. The events of that gloomy, rainy afternoon that started this whole mess keep playing through my mind. June 16, 3:34 p.m. Wright and 𝐒𝐤𝐬 offices. What depressing, Rain? Do you understand how depressed that makes me? Do you? I guess. But actually, more than being depressed, I'm angry. angry at the weather girl on TV. I think our little rainy spell will take a break with a day of sun. Is that what girl said? I would stake my life on it. Well, it's the weather. But why didn't I hear bother to bring an umbrella today? What nerve calling herself a weather girl? She's going to hear about my $1,500 suit. About your case. Unless you're planning on suing the weather girl? I'm sorry. I thought that before we got down to business, we could have some friendly chatter. My name is Dr. Turner Gray. I'm a surgeon. Remind me to never end up like his knife. I'm here today because of this incident. Malpractice at the Gray Surgical Clinic. 14 patients lose their lives. Oh, you're the doctor at... It's really quite upsetting. Did you hear me? Upsetting! Yeah, I heard you. I agree, it's quite upsetting, Dr. Gray. The one that screwed up was that nurse. It was her that got medications mixed up and killed those 14 patients. And yet, now listen good, and yet, that nurse had the nerve to go and die before admitting to her wrongdoings. She didn't even offer any sort of explanation to me. And this is the kicker. She up and herself a granule accident and crashes her car. Smash, crunch, instantly transforming her into the accordion model. That's right, about a year ago, all tabloid shows were talking about it. 14 victims of medical malpractice at the nurse's mysterious fatal accident. There were rumors that Dr. Gray had actually caused that crash. People said it was Forever High, the person responsible for the malpractice incident. Why would I? Now I'm just going to say this once. Why on earth would I want to kill the nurse? She's the one who killed those 13 patients, not me. I think you need to take a deep breath, Doctor, and focus. More to the point. This case is over a year old. Why bring it up now? That's simple. Because the situation is slipping out of my grasp. This just won't do. My clinic isn't seeing nearly as many patients nowadays. Do you understand what that means? It means they are not coming to my clinic. You don't say. But for me, I don't think I would want to go either. So, what would you like me to do about it? I want you to help me prove I'm innocent. You do realize I'm a lawyer, not a private investigator, right? No, this is something only you can do. Huh? Maya Fey. You know this girl, correct? Huh? Maya? Why would you know her name? I heard you were working under her for a little while. Well, yes, I mean... Hey, wait a second here. I worked under her? Yes, am I wrong? She told me, so I'm not quite sure if... I'll work a few trials together. She went back to her hometown to undergo more training. Ah, yes, I heard. It must be lonely for you. What? Wait, I'm not... She must be an extraordinary girl to handle such a rigid training. I have an acquaintance who knows about these mystical sorts of things. She's the one who introduced me to Miss Fey. Is Maya really that famous? And I've already set up an appointment. For what? What else? A channeling. I'm going to have her call the spirit of that nurse that went and got herself killed. Oh. Maya. I wonder what she's up to right now. We, the women of the Fey clan, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. That's what she told me. I guess she's learned to accept her responsibilities and become an adult. Not counting training, this will be her first time channeling a spirit. So she gave me one condition before accepting. A condition? The condition is you, Mr. Wright. She said that she wouldn't do a channeling without first seeing you again. Me? And that is why I've searched you out. You want to see her too, don't you? And so, that is how I ended up visiting Maya's hometown with the doctor. June 19, 1:25 p.m. Corsair Village. So this is Corsair Village, Maya's hometown. Why, hello there. Ah, what an odd little girl. Hey, wait up, Pearly. Ah, someone else is coming this way. Nick! Maya, how are you? It's good to see you again. Wow, I didn't think you would really show up. It's not that big of a deal. You made it sound like you were so far away. Well, maybe I exaggerated, just a little. It was only 2 hours by train. If I had known you were this close, I would have visited more. No, you're not allowed. I already decided, you know? Until I become an adult, I have to work hard and be strong by myself. Oh, well... Anyway, congratulations. I'm glad to hear training is going well for you. A giant rock. Okay, let's just... We don't need to examine everything now, do we? Talk to her. Today's channeling. Looks like you finally come full-fledged medium, talking to your first job. Yeah, I didn't think it would be this soon. In this case, do you know the messy story behind it? Behold the power of my intelligence network. Let's see, 14 people died because of a malpractice of Dr. Gray's part, right? And to pin the blame on the nurse, he killed her in what appeared to be a car accident. Huh? So what is this my intelligence network anyway? The tabloids. That's what I thought. I'm just pulling your leg, Nick. What really happened is the exact opposite. I heard all about it from Dr. Gray. Oh, come on, Nick. I wouldn't take a crazed killer as a client. That's too scary, even for me. Yeah, I guess so. Ryan Village. So this is your hometown, huh, Maya? Yep. Ryan Village, but I've heard people call this place Medium Valley too. Interesting. So everyone that lives here is a spear medium? Pretty much. Most of my ancestors were too, I think. That's probably true since the Fae ability to communicate with the dead is so strong. Actually, only the women of the village are mediums. So what do the men do? They usually work someplace outside the village. The girl area. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you about that girl I saw earlier. Do you know her? Oh, you meant Pearly? Pearly? Pearl Faye, she's my cousin. Isn't she adorable? Just like yours truly. Cousin? Wait, then that means... Is she also a... Yep, she's a medium too. Pearl's a really genius when it comes to channeling. I see. I hope I don't scare her when I tried to talk to her earlier. Nah, it's not you. My aunt drilled into her head that if a suspicious looking guy tries to talk to you, run away. Suspicious looking? Well, you're not wearing a training clothes for starters. Of course not. Pearl is my aunt's most valued treasure, so she's not allowed to go outside of town. She doesn't know much about the world outside of Corsair village. Aunt? Pearl's mother is my aunt. Duh, come on, Nick. Well, Nick, I've got to get going. It's about time for the channeling to start. Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm doing the channeling in my house, so come on in, okay? After all, I'm done. You can grill up some juicy burgers. Alright, good luck, Maya. Thanks. Well, at least she's still the same perky Maya. Meditation room. Ah, Mr. Wright, I'm so glad you showed. The nice weather we are having today. Are you happy? No, not at all. That stupid weather girl made the wrong call again. It will rain cats and dogs today, she said with a straight face. I can't believe they allow such misguided reports to the public airwaves. Looks like talking about the weather with just this guy is asking for punishment. But anyway, this is a splendid manor. No argument here. It's hard to believe that this is Maya's house, though. I was given a guide map to this building. Here, Mr. Wright, I have a copy for you too. Guide map added to the court record. What are you going to do once the nurse spirits has been called? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to have her write a signed confession. A signed confession? Yes, a confession. Pay attention. I'll have her write this. 1 year ago, on May 2nd, 14 patients died due to my negligence. And then, on May 24th, I fell asleep at the wheel and died in a car accident due to my further negligence. I'm sorry and I apologize for being negligent. That's what I'll have her write. With a confession, the rain falling to my soul can finally stop. Oh, I see. So, how did you hear about Maya Fey? I heard about her from an acquaintance, a girl studying the occult at the college. That girl introduced me to this village. This is the home of the current school of channeling. The home, huh? Miss Maya is the daughter of the master, I hear. Master? Anyway, do you see that door? That's the room where the people and spirits meet. Miss Maya's aunt is there right now. Would you care to meet her? Wow, it's such a strange atmosphere in here. The flickering lights, I guess they are candles. Good sir, who might you be? My name is Phoenix Wright. Oh, you must be that good sir. Good sir. Is she talking about me? You're a lawyer, are you not, good sir? I've heard much about you from Mystic Maya. Is that so? Mystic Maya? I'm Mystic Maya's aunt, Morgan Fay. Nice to meet you. I had wanted to speak with you about certain incident, good sir. It would seem that perhaps you asked too much of Mystic Maya in performing your duties. Most unbecoming, I'm afraid. Huh? Don't tell me you've already forgotten. And was it for the Mystic Maya and her assistants, you would surely not have won. First, the girl that runs away, and now an old lady who says I stink of doing my job. When did I become the poster boy for how not to make a first impression? The past is the past, though. Let us speak of the present now. Thank you. So why did you add Mystic to the Maya's name? Isn't that a little strange? Good sir. How dare you be so rude and disrespectful to our Mystic Maya? I'm sorry. She must be addressed by her proper title, good sir. You must call her Mystic Maya. So about Mystic Maya, it is the blood. Excuse me? Blood? Mystic Maya carries the blood of the master. In actuality, she's only one remaining. Only one remaining? What's that supposed to mean? Mystic Maya is the last of the rightful heirs to the current channeling technique. Okay, then where do you stand? That is a little more complicated. Although a woman of the Fey clan, I'm merely a member of the Branch family. Branch family? What's that? It is as it sounds. For a member of the Branch family, no matter her spiritual power, she can never become the master of the Crane School. So, how strong are you? It's a shame, however, I will admit. I cannot even begin to compare the lowliness of my power to the master's. But that's how it is. Today's channeling. So, today's channeling will be her first? Yes, good sir. Because the spirit of a person who dies in a traffic accident is usually very strong. It is usually easier to call that person to our world. Traffic accident, indeed. The channeling will take place here, in this channeling chamber, good sir. As you can see, I'm in the process of preparing. So, this room is the channeling chamber. The place where spirits medium speaks with those who haven't departed. I don't suppose you would mind if we observed them a session. I don't even think of such nonsense. Only the medium and the client may enter here. Oh. The secrets of the current techniques cannot be seen by just anybody. That never stopped Ma from doing it in front of me before. It is also for your safety, good sir. If someone were to go wrong, that is why, while channeling is being performed, that heavy door is securely locked. Oh, that's what the lock is for. Oh, yes. I wonder if you have yet to meet Pearl, good sir. Pearl? She's an adorable, angelic young girl. Oh, that odd. She's my daughter. Now then, what was it you were about to say? What a cute daughter you have, haha. Pure-hearted knows not of the evils in this world is a powerful thing, good sir. Please refrain from affiliating with her, I request. Well, it's not like I had any chance to, anyway. I must insist and stress that you do not let it occur. Okay, I get it. Wow, this garden is really breathtaking. Someone put a lot of love into it. What is that over there? Is that an incinerator? It looks a little out of place in a garden like this. It's a small incinerator. I don't think garbage trucks come all the way out here, so tiny villages like this. So every family has to burn their own trash. Looks like there's a room over there too. Peaceful feeling is emanating from it. It's a really old urn. The ashes of a person long dead are inside. It looks like something with a long history. Other than that, it's not very interesting, so the time to move on. A splendid garden with a small lamp and traditional decorations. It's a bit small to walk around in. Although that incinerator piques my curiosity. So this is the side room. Looks like it's more of a break room. There's a bedding spread out on the floor. It looks like someone's sleeping in on. I shouldn't disturb them. There's bedding spread out. Is that someone sleeping in one of them over there? She's probably an exhausted medium taking a break and catching some Z's. If I wake her up, she might be grumpy and throw a spell on me. It's probably a good idea to not disturb her sleep. Hey you, hold on now. This guy's got a few questions to ask. Huh? I'm sure I've heard that southern accent before. Oh, well I'll be. It's Mr. Phoenix Wright. How you been? Haven't seen you in what, a year? You are, Lotta Hart. You're Lotta Hart, right? Bingo! I'm the one and only paranormal photographer, Lotta Hart. So I guess you're still at it? Being a photographer, I mean? Of course! And today, I'm gonna get you myself a real scoop. You wait and see. Oh, that's right. This ain't no time to be wasting time. Channeling's about to get started. Is it that time already? We all should hurry up and get to the meditation room. What are you waiting around for? Come on! Lotta Hart, huh? I've been judging her harshly because of that case. But I guess looking back, we had some good times too. We will now begin the channeling. Mystic Maya and honored guest, please proceed into the channeling chamber. With this, I can finally swat all those pesky flies once and for all. You hear me? They won't be able to say a single bad thing about me after this. You would love to hear them apologize, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Mr. Wright? Me? Oh, yeah, sure I would. Mystic Maya, do you have the channeling chamber key? Yep, right here. That is most satisfactory. That key is one of a kind, so please take care of it well. It'll be fine, Eld Morgan. I won't lose it, trust me. Okay, Dr. Gray, let's get started. Finally, let's go! Now, let us wait patiently out here for them. Please have some lovely bitter green tea and jaw-dropping with large strawberry desserts. Hold on now, Granny. Granny? How come we ain't allowed in that room? Dear madam, you have an impressive grasp of English. From where did you learn it? What? I'm not from the heart of the heartland. Is that so? Then I humbly request that you return to this heart of the heartland. What are you? This is Korean village. We cannot follow our traditions and rules. We request that you leave. Sorry. Wow. She shut Lotta up. Now that's impressive. Now then, let us wait. Hey now, what was that just now? It came from inside the channeling chamber. Hey, that's a gunshot. Excuse me. I've heard that sound before. It's a gunshot. I bent my afro on it. Oh yeah, Maya's in there. Break into the chamber. Well, Mr. Lawyer, what's the plan? What else? We're going to break in. What? But there's only one key and that kid's got it. We're going to have to break the lock. Is that alright, Miss Faye? Well, yes, but there is one matter, that is... Don't try to stop me. You can send the repair bill to the right and call offices later. Yeah, now that's what I call being my man. Dr. Gray? I was murdered. Maya? That man murdered me. So I killed him. What? Lotta, at a time like this? Things like this are perfect for snapping up shots. Anyway, what's going on here? This girl, is she Maya? Step away from there. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly. But... Hurry, before there are more victims here. Hey, let's go, city boy. Leave this to the granny. June 19, Korean village. My cell phone doesn't get reception way out here, so I ended up using the phone booth to call the police. And they're on their way. That's good, Lottie. I saw a genuine mysterious phenomenon. She seems really on edge because of all this. Not that I blame her, I'm scared to death by what's going on. Hey, mister. That girl, Maya, she wasn't the one that pulled the trigger, was she? Oh, yeah. Loda doesn't know that when Maya is channeling, her whole physical appearance changes. And again, weren't there only 2 of them right in there? I reckon she must have done it then. Loda, what do you know about Dr. Gray? Not much, but I did some digging. That's one gent with a bad reputation. Really? I heard he's good at surgery and stuff. His personality thinks like a wet sheep. I sort of got the same impression myself. He's a real controller. As soon as his nurse or patients don't do what he says, he starts a hollering. Must have been real rough to work for him. Okay. Ah, Mr. Wright. Miss Faye, awesome and Mystic Maya. She's returned to this world. The spirit severed technique was successful. Let me see her, please. She is still unconscious. I humbly request that you wait outside for her recovery. Guess I just have to wait. Ah. Police are here. Sorry to keep you waiting. Oh, you again? What are you doing all the way out here, Detective 𝐒𝐩𝐞𝐜𝐬? It's actually kind of funny. I was in the area for a business trip, pal. Well, time to check out the crime scene. I'll have to question everyone here later on. So just sit tight, alright? Why is he grinning at me? Can I show you the scene of the crime, Detective 𝐒𝐻𝐬𝐬? My name isn't 𝐒𝐻𝐬𝐬. 2 of them went into this channeling chamber. I guess all I can do for now is see what everyone has to say. The police are busily running here and there, and I don't see Maya anywhere. Hey you, don't touch anything! Look, I really need to ask you some questions. Don't look at me like some sort of uncaring jerk. Tell you what, pal, I'll let you ask me a few questions, alright? About Maya. I had to break this to you, pal, but the way things look now, that girl's the only one who could have done it. Yeah, only Maya and the victim were inside this room after all. But Maya is... You can ask more about her later, pal. Right now, I've got a job to do, and that's collecting evidence. Detective 𝐒𝐻𝐬𝐬 looks like a real professional, and yet something about his expression still looks the same. So, Dr. Gray was shot with a gun, right? He was shot in the forehead, but he was also stabbed in the chest with a knife. A knife? Basically, the victim was first stabbed and then was shot. She's probably scared of the wits after having a murder take place right by her. Loda, come on, don't scare me like that. What do you mean? You're the one scaring me. If I weren't so tough, you'd have another dead body on your hands. Mine! Did you see or notice anything that was stuck out to you? Well, maybe one thing. What is it? There's that my poor stomach's not gonna good at handling this kind of thing. What? Versus and ghosts and stuff coming back to get ya. This is too much, I say. What is too much? Being an occult photographer. That's some scary stuff, so I think I'm gonna try being a celebrity photographer now. And after photos more within your reach from now on. More glamour, right? Less gore? What's up? Oh yeah! What is it? I took some hot pictures earlier, huh? Remember I took some pictures at the murder scene inside? Ah, she did, 2 even. The 𝐒𝐸𝐚𝐥𝐬 murder. Sure, I like the ring of that. It'll be a sensational story. Loda. Sorry, but my journalistic sense is burning inside me. I hate to cut and run, but I'm heading back in. Gonna beat... Okay. I don't know who's scarier, Loda or the spirits. And why does it feel like I've been through this before? I'm pretty sure there was someone sleeping here earlier. Like, how can I help you? I am, that is, like, so isn't it about time to start? That's to start what? You know, like the channeling. Channeling? Oh, no, actually, the situation's kind of changed. Huh? Like, what do you mean? Please take on, but There has been a murder. Ah, so like a murder is that kind of where like one person kills another, right? Yes, a person has been killed another person. Oh, that's what are the words I'm looking for? It's like totally a bummer. Yeah, after all the effort. That's all she had to say? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to like introduce myself. My name is 𝐒𝐩𝐞𝐜𝐬. At the college, I'm researching and studying parapsychology. Parapsychology? That's right. I think people like usually call it occult studies or something. Like supernatural phenomena, ESP, and psychic powers. That sort of stuff. That's pretty out there. I'm Phoenix Wright, attorney at law. So what brings you here today? I was the one who told Dr. Gray about this place. He asked me, like, do you know a good spirit medium? Dr. Gray did say something about being introduced to this place. Because, like, talking to dead people and, like, multiple personalities are my thing. See, and why were you taking a nap here? Like, I wasn't feeling good. Huh? I'm, like, allergic to sesame seeds. They, like, must have put some in the food they served me lunch. Oh, that doesn't sound fun. So I felt sick and, like, came here, like, to sleep. Totally feel like I've wasted my time because I, like, slept a long time, like... What happened? So you were sleeping here the whole entire time? Yeah, ever since, like, the lunch, like... You don't know anything about the murder that took place? Like what? Oh, that? I, like, totally know nothing, like... So who was, like, you know, killed? The surgeon that requested a channeling, Dr. Gray. You and Dr. Gray knew each other, right? Huh? I don't know any Dr. Gray. Really? What was that all talk about him earlier? Huh? Well, a long time ago, I was, like, a patient, like, yeah. Sounds like she's trying to hide something. There's no one here, as usual. Ah. Hey, how are you? You're Pearl, right? So as ever. Huh? What's that she got in her hands? I've seen it somewhere before. Pearl. What is it? Is it my hair? Is it too spiky? Not spiky enough? Oh, dear madam, you have such impeccable timing. Like, what is all the buzz? Like... alright everyone, listen up. You too, pal. I'm going to give you all a brief update. Right now, it looks like the investigation's not going to be done until very late. That is a terrible shame. I propose that everyone sleep here under the roof of the Fey Manor tonight. What a mess. I can't believe how crazy this day turned out. Maya was arrested and taken away by the police. And I don't see myself getting any sleep tonight. June 20, 8:02 AM, Fey Manor, meditation room. Oh, morning. I guess I must have nodded off at some point. I hope Maya's okay. I should hurry and get some to the detention center, ASAP. June 20th, 10:34 AM, detention center visitors room. Nick! Maya? What am I going to do? I never imagined this would turn out like this. Calm down, Maya. Take deep breaths. Come to think of it, the first time I met her, it all started right here, in this detention center. I finally get to see you again, and it's not your fault. You didn't do it. No, I did it. I killed that person. But that wasn't you. It doesn't matter. It might as well have to be me. I was too weak, and I couldn't control the spirit's power, so... I don't want to bring up the case quite yet, but... You don't have to be nice to me, understand? So, you're the master or something of the current school of channeling? Actually, my mother is now. But since that is title is passed from mother to daughter, I guess I will be someday. But many people think that channeling isn't real, that it's all just an act. You believe in us, don't you? Yeah, because I've seen it in my own eyes. And Maya's channeling a spirit. Not only her voice, but her full physical appearance changes. It's a supernatural phenomenon that occurs every time. It happened this time too. Dr. Gray said that he wanted to call the nurse, so... Maya's body must have taken on that nurse's appearance. What happened? In the channeling chamber. I went to that room with Dr. Gray, locked door, and sat down across from him. Okay. We closed our eyes, and I began to channeling. This is sounding kind of creepy, like the beginning of a scary story. And that's the last thing I remember. What? After a spirit comes into my body, I lose myself, my consciousness. Then you don't remember a single thing? When I came to, I was being held in my own arms. And there was blood all over my clothes. Oh, but I do remember having a dream. A dream? What kind of dream did you have while you were channeling? I can't remember it all that well, but I was dead and buried in the ground. I couldn't move, and it was unbearable, really suffocating. It went something like that. I see. I have no idea what to say to that. There was a really familiar smell too. Under the ground? Yeah, I can't quite place it. I don't have smelled that same scent before. I guess this is all about the information I'm going to gather for the day. I'll be back later, Maya. In the meantime, please make sure you're prepared, okay? Oh, it? What is it? The document requesting me to be your attorney, of course. Huh? What? What's wrong? Are you sure? I mean, I'm guilty. I'm a murderer. No one's decided that yet. But I did. I killed that person with these two hands. That's enough, Maya. It's hopeless. If you defend me, you'll lose. I'm sure. Stop it. Help me. Nick, help me. I'm scared. Don't worry, I will. When is the trial? It sounds like tomorrow. As usual, zero prep time. Alright, I'm going now. Wait. This jewel. This is called Magatama. It's a magical charm and it's always protected me. Give this to Pearly, and I'm sure she'll lend you her spiritual powers. Magatama I received from Maya. Slightly translucent. It's small, but it has a deep, profound aura about it. I have to save Maya, no matter what. It's her life on the line. What in the world happened in that room yesterday? And I guess we'll figure that out next time. So I'm gonna save it here. And we'll leave the investigation for next time. Take care. Bye-bye.